So I'm sitting here with this Walther PDP. It's a great gun, but it's worthless for concealed carry if you don't have the right holster. Now there's no such thing as a holster that'll work for everyone, but over the years we've gotten a lot of feedback from our customers that's taught us how to make a great holster for concealed carry for both appendix and behind the hip carry. One time I was driving to Chick-fil-A to grab a milkshake and I was doing 72 miles an hour down the interstate in rush hour traffic. I just got this insane pain in my leg and I couldn't do anything. It wasn't going to be safe to stop and take the holster off until I arrived, so I just had to deal with the pain. I've had holsters that are so uncomfortable that it's painful when you're doing simple tasks like bending down to tie your shoes or leaning down to grab something. We've routed the edges that contact your body so you can easily do those tasks without any soaring pain. You're still gonna know the holster's there, but it's not gonna be painful. Clint Smith said, carrying a gun is not supposed to be comfortable, it's supposed to be comforting. And while that's true, your Walther PDP holster doesn't have to be uncomfortable. The second concealed carry holster I ever bought had the option to choose a fixed ride height and cant of your choice. The problem was at the time, I didn't know what was gonna work for me and that gun. So we've designed the Infiltrator so that it has slots that give you 3/4 inch of adjustable ride height and 30 degrees of cant. That way you can adjust the gun to you, and that 30 degrees of cant really comes in handy when you're trying to conceal the gun behind the hip. We ship the holster without the clip mounted, so when you get it, you can easily adjust the holster to find your optimal ride height and cant. If you're not willing to put the time in to make the adjustments, then this isn't the holster for you. A couple of Walther PDP holsters do have limited adjustment, but unfortunately they use round hardware. In the past, I've spent hours trying to get round hardware unstuck. The only way you can do it is if you have an angled screwdriver. And even then it can take hours, and most people don't own angled screwdrivers. We used to get a lot of emails from customers complaining about this. So we started using square nuts that fit into channels inside the holster that keep the hardware from rotating when you're tightening or loosening the screws. It makes adjustment super simple and easy. When I first started carrying, keeping the gun concealed was not easy because I didn't know what I was doing and how to choose the right holster. After some research, I found a couple holsters that were using things called wings. A wing uses pressure from your belt or waistband to push the grip of the gun close to your body. They're most commonly used for appendix carry. Like other holster companies, we started out selling holsters with bolt-on generic wings. We get complaints about discomfort as well as wing snagging when people were taking the holsters on and off. The wing would get caught underneath the belt or the waistband. We listened to our customers' feedback and designed a built-in wing that's snag-free, making the holster easy to get on and off, as well as making the holster narrower so it's more comfortable when you're carrying appendix. Like all things, our built-in wings aren't perfect. They do add a little bit of bulk to the height of the holster, which is not a big deal at appendix carry, but if you're carrying behind the hip, you may not need the extra concealment the wing provides, and the bulk might be more of a downside. A couple years back, a detective reached out to us that did undercover work. At the time, he was using a popular, well-known holster with a metal clip, but the holster was coming out with the gun when he drew when he wasn't wearing a belt. That's obviously unacceptable. Discreet Carry Concepts designed some of the best and most secure clips on the market, so that's what we use. You're not going to find an option that's as secure unless you're looking at soft loops. The downside is the clips are rough on clothing and low-quality concealed carry belts. But minus soft loops, you're not going to find an option that's as secure as these clips. You can buy the holster in the link below so you can take charge and carry with confidence.